A new program, so to speak, is a program that is put together by the Information and Communication Technology Units of the Osun State Broadcasting Corporation. It's put together by this unit to reflect on topical issues within the society. My name is Kolade Akpata. The producer of the program is Temitayo Fagborun. On behalf of the producer, let me welcome you on board once again to new edition, the maiden edition of today's program. I'm not alone in the studio. I have with me my co-presenter. I have Ruth Emuvo. Ruth, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir. It is an honor to be here.
Yeah, you're welcome. I also have Eizoge Ofure. Good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon, sir.
I also have Omole Bolanle Olayemi Omotole. Yeah, welcome to the program. Yes, on today's program, we shall first be reflecting on the pages of our newspaper. First, we shall be taking a look at topical stories. Stories are the pages of newspaper. We shall be taking a look at the Punch, the Nation, Vanguard, Guardian, as well as Blueprint, as time permits. Yes, Ruth, can we first of all have what you have on the front page of the Punch newspaper?
Okay, sir. So on the Punch, for the news of today, Monday, 25th January 2021, Town presents evidence, alleges elders collected 50 million naira ransoms and raped 15 women. That's on the Punch.
Yes, when we take a look at it, at that issue, it has been an ongoing issue within the country.
Yes.
It has to do with the allegation of some herdsmen that are attacking people of Igangan in Barapa, local government area for your state. And there has been a kind of person who has been championing the cause. I don't know if you know the guy. People have been tagging him as a freedom fighter. They said his name is Chief Sunday Igbo. There was a time he came to that village. I don't know if any one of you was conversant with the story. When he came to challenge the leader of the Fulani herdsmen within that village, that particular village, and warned him that he's coming back, that he wants all of them to leave the town for them, that because of all the atrocities of the Fulani herdsmen within the town, there were allegations that some people were killed. There was a kind of a name of a person who is a native of that village. They said the man, he has worked in the overseas, and he came back to establish a large farm, a mechanized farm for that matter. And the herdsmen, they just came, there was a day they came, they just destroyed the crops within the farm, and the man was so annoyed, he went straight to the leader of the Fulani herdsmen to report the case. Lo and behold, they said the man was butchered, he was killed. And there are a series of cases of raping of women, of minors, of attacking within the village. And that brought down to the question about what is the government doing to tackle this issue of insecurity within the country. You know, the whole country there was series of uproars within the country as a result of that. And it's important the question that some people are saying that Mr. President was not even doing enough to tackle the issue of insecurity within the country as regards to the atrocities of herdsmen in the society. Or what do you think of it?
Really, it's very terrible. Like, if we are not secured in our own country, like what exactly do you expect? What else can we cry out for? We need security in our whole land. We are not getting it, and it's really terrible. Honestly, it's really pathetic.
Some people are even accusing some of these traditional rulers, for instance, in Southwest, that they are the ones ceding some of the lands to some of these people,
giving them access.
Giving them access. I know you are not from the East, but what I heard that it's very rare for you to see some of these people having access to some of their lands in the southeastern part of the country, especially Enugu, Anambra, even in your own town. What is in your town?
Okay.
Do you have Fulanis within your...
Yeah, but not in all the places. Like, for instance, in Sapele, to be precise, Sapele as that. Oh, I think that was GC. So there, I think some months back, there were reported cases of herdsmen killing the indigents, the citizens there, and it was really bad. It's kept on recurring, you understand? But it's not all over the place. But my point is, when you give them the access to do whatever they want to do, the activities, they tend to use the privilege and abuse the privileges to the detriment of the citizens. So it is really a pathetic one, honestly.
Now, let's have your own view concerning the issue of harassment attacks and let's just talk about level of insecurity. There was a time in Nigeria whereby the militants they are the one disturbing the peace of Nigeria, but now the militants are no more disturbing us. What we're having right now is herdsmen, allegation of herdsmen attacking people on the highway, kidnapping for ransom.
Sure.
Because there was a time in Nigeria whereby militants, they kidnap people for ransom.
Yes.
They said they are agitating for what's it called? Is it controlling? They want to control the natural resources. But right away now, do we have a case of herdsmen attacking people in your area?
Yes, I think it's something that is ongoing. Like you said about the militants, they had a cause for it. They're talking about the oil resource control and everything. As soon as they're able to get to a truce with the government, I think their matter settled and they are very relaxed now. You don't hear about pipeline vandalism again so much and all those kind of things. But for the herdsmen, it's something that you cannot really say what exactly their problem is. They kept on coming, either they kidnap today or they do this tomorrow. It's like they want to have total control of the lands in Nigeria, in the state, and it's not possible. So they keep on doing a lot of things, and then we begin to wonder whether the government is unaware about it, right from the central government down to various state governments, and even like you said, the chiefs and other people there. I don't know, but it's something that keeps on happening, and as long as we keep on remaining silent about it, they will keep on encroaching. It's something like when you see happening, and you do not stop it. Before you know what happens, it keeps on spreading just like a disease.
Exactly.
Take for example the case of the coronavirus that we're having now. The reason why it is spreading, even in Nigeria, we know that the effects have not been too dangerous, but because we have not been taking necessary precautions to stop the spread. And that is why the virus keeps on escalating and growing. So that's what happens. I think the same way happens with this. If you don't stop them, they will keep on becoming bold and bold every day, and they will keep on, before you know what happens, they'll take charge of your lands and they'll tell you they want their land. So
now let's go to the next newspaper, which is the Nation newspaper, if I'm correct.
Okay, on the Nation newspaper, governors Miyetti Allah meets over quit notice to elders.
Yes, Governor of Ondo State, Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, gave a particular ultimatum last week Monday.
7 days.
7 days. Now today is the last day now. Now they are meeting at Ondo State, governors within the Southwest region. Do we even really need this kind of meeting for us to live peacefully in our area?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Why?
I don't think so. I really think we need the meeting. What I think they need is, if they want to rear their cattle, or maybe they have something they want to do within the state, and maybe they should get their license. So that they will know that, okay, if something is really happening within their vicinity, they know that, okay, this is where the problem is.
What you're talking about is that they should follow due process. For instance, that they should be registered. Then, for instance, they should follow. There should be kind of law, and that is what Governor Rotimi Akeredolu is even talking about now. He said that they should leave the governor's the government of forest reserves. But there was a kind of a statement that was released by the media assistant to Mr. President, the person of Garba Shehu, who's still telling Governor Rotimi Akeredolu that what he's saying is illegal, that you shouldn't be talking like that. In fact, some people have also, they've been able to challenge Mr. Garba Shehu on that. They've taken him up on that by saying that maybe he doesn't understand what is meant by forest reserve. Forest reserve falls within the purview of the state government, and the state government, the governor has the sole right to decide who enters. So now let us forge ahead by look at the next newspaper because there is a on this show. Our topic today, we are taking a look at the reversal of visa ban on Nigeria by the President of United States in person of Mr. Joe Biden. Now, before we get to that, let's quickly take a look at the next story, which is the Vanguard newspaper.
So on
the same story, tension as Ondo Governor's 7-day ultimatum to elders expires. And then let us also why herbal medicine not certified to contain COVID-19. NAFDAC insists on clinical trials of products. In fact, it is a really shame on us in Nigeria that we now depend on the foreign countries before we could get the vaccine. In fact, we were looking at some of our people, some of these herbal orthodox practices. We have in Nigeria, we have them plenty. We have the Babalawos.
Yes.
So we have them. We have some of these.
And I'm very sure they can even help out. They can help out with all the seriously.
Seriously.
But okay, they should just give them a try. Okay, even if they will not accept whatever they produce, but let them give them a try. So, okay, at least they tried. Not that okay, we'll depend on the US, depend on these people outside.
Have you been able to drink alcohol concoction before?
I did take it off.
And the experience is not.
Well, you know, there's something I've been thinking about concerning the vaccines and everything. Now, we have not been able to develop anything before now. It's just statements that will come up.
Well, there was a particular university in Nigeria, the Afegola University. They are saying that very soon that they are going to produce their own vaccine for us.
That is just talks here and there. But then, remember Madagascar came up to say that they have produced the COVID-19 organics.
Yes.
I know it was very rampant, and you know, and at that point in time, they were saying like it is tested and it's trusted. And Nigeria was saying that okay, we're going to try it. Yes. But after a while, we don't hear anything about that.
But it works for them. But I don't know. I don't really know what really happened about COVID organic. But it's like there was a kind of. Let me say kind of a problem with WHO and the people of Madagascar, the country, the government, because it works for them. They are taking it, and then there was a kind of reduction in number of
cases
but suddenly we just had that kind of spiral effect of spiral cases of COVID-19 in Madagascar, and we don't really know what is happening. And so. But we are looking at some of our Orthodox practices that they should come up with our own local.
Yes, no.
Yeah. Speaking of the vaccines, I know I was reading something on the news today, and I saw that for England, they were saying that even those who are using the vaccines, after using it, that they still can spread the virus.
Yes.
They still can spread the virus. Yes. So you can imagine that. Like, so it's more like you trying to stop the spread of this and using the vaccines.
No,
it's like, not actually working.
But when I did a little research about the vaccine, it's like when you receive the vaccine, you will wait for another maybe weeks or some months. You will receive another dose again. That doesn't. If you receive the first dose, that doesn't stop that person from contracting COVID-19. You still need to adhere to some of these precautions. But it's like maybe because we are eager.
Yes,
we want solution at all costs. Look at one of our political leaders, the former Vice President of Nigeria. You know, he traveled all the way to Dubai in person of Atiku Abubakar. It was shown live on the pictures was. It was spread on the social media. Sure. Yes, he traveled to Dubai because he want to receive vaccine. Some people are even calling Dubai politician now. You know, and I know that some of our politicians they want to take it.
Yes. The same exactly.
So it's like the vaccine is working. There's no doubt about it. But we still need to at least exercise patience. One of the governors in Nigeria said that the vaccine is meant to kill people.
Yes,
the Kogi governor. You know, he has come up with his own, what's he call it? What can we call it now? Against the vaccine. He said the vaccine is meant to kill people, that the vaccine is not.
Even after using them.
That people should not. No?
People should not take it.
We don't know. That people should not take the vaccine. Now let's move on to blueprints. As Akeredolu's quit notice expires today, the Yetiala members now live in fear, fleeing or although quick notice in the nation's interest, we will secure Yoruba land at all costs. I don't know if I can for. Now, to me, I only pray that we should be able to, this issue should be taken with a lot of care so that it doesn't degenerate into another civil war.
Exactly.
Yes. Now, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm looking at the plight of Yorubas in Nigeria, living in some other parts of the country.
Sure.
Yorubas are living in the northern parts. Yorubas are living in every part of the country. We should take their welfare into consideration.
That's right.
Now, also, we should also be concerned about the issue of unity. Should be paramount in our mind.
Exactly.
For instance, now it's so sure that Nigeria is a multi-ethnic society whereby we have diverse of people living in Nigeria. So we should be taking into consideration that not all Fulanis are bad.
That's true.
Yes, not all Fulanis are bad. Not all Yorubas are bad. Then say, and we also take something into consideration that security has no ethnic coloration. It's possible for a Yoruba man to be colliding with some of these bad Fulanis for them to give it to be giving them some information about the topography within the southwestern part of the country. So we should be careful that we should not tag every Fulanese as being the bad guys outside. Now, moving straight to the topical issues that we are going to discuss today, we are taking a look at the reversal of the visa ban on Nigeria by the US. Come to think of it, do you even watch the US, the inauguration of the president, Mr. Joe Biden?
Yeah, I did. But
what were your observations when you compare to our own? Do you have any
peaceful. It was peaceful.
Our
everywhere. Ours is peaceful, but their own is organized. They did no going around. They know what they're supposed to do at the right time. It was just good to me. It was good.
Maybe they are observing procedures because of the fact that the
whole world is watching.
Yes,
exactly.
The world is watching because of the pandemic.
That's true.
But that's one thing I want to point your attention to. What about the presence of the past president and their spouses?
I even saw Obama when he was working with his wife.
Yeah, Michelle.
It was,
that won't caught your attention.
Exactly.
It was awesome. Seriously, I enjoyed it. To me, I enjoyed it.
And it's because of the fact that they've been practicing democracy for donkey years. Unlike our own is still evolving. When we returned to democratic system of government, it was the year 1999, and we are still working on it to even make it perfect. Now, reversal of visa ban. Some people are so happy about it.
Excited.
Nigerians are happy. They are happy.
But they won't even ready to be happy because somebody placed a ban on us that we should not come to their country.
Exactly.
Why can't we even develop our own country?
Now, speaking of that, sir, first off, why exactly was the travel ban placed in the first place?
Yes, can I answer that?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, according to what I heard, it was as a result of the fact that some of citizens who are traveling abroad, they were unable to trace their movements simply because we don't have a database of our own. Now,
that's quite
the US government asked the federal government that do we have a database? Nigeria could not, they were unable to provide any. And lo and behold, some of these multinational companies in Nigeria, they have database of Nigerian citizens. I don't want to mention the names. I don't want to mention their names now. So as a result of that, maybe as a result of that, that is why they say we should go on compulsory registration of NIN, National Identity Number. Now, looking at all that now, so do we really need to travel abroad before we could be successful
or developed?
Now, why can't we develop our country? Why? What is the problem? What is the problem with us? Some says we don't have good leaders, but what about the followers too?
That's true, because we can't just one person cannot just be there. You can't just cast blames on one person. We all are here. Nigeria, without us, Nigeria will not move forward. So if we're not putting in our own quotes, contributing to the national building, nation building, which will be saying nation wants to build a nation. If we're not contributing our own quota, you can't just leave it for Mr. President to work on alone. He needs us.
To work hard.
So we have to work together. I remember I was having a discussion with some core members sometime last week concerning the same issue, and most of them they were so desperate, they're clamoring for, I want to leave Nigeria and go abroad. I kept on wondering why exactly
maybe their goals abroad.
Exactly, they were like they don't have, Nigeria doesn't have enough resources.
Okay, let's go on a short break. We'll be right back after this break. Time out, don't go anywhere. Please stay tuned. To the program. The program is Your Opinion, coming to you live and direct from the stable of OSBC. The program is put together by the ICT units of the Osun State Broadcasting Corporation. My producer of the program is Temitayo Fagbonon. My name is Kolade Apata. I have my guys with me in the studio. I have Ruth Emobo. I have Izoge Ofure Omonde Bolanle Olayemi. She's also here with me. We have been talking concerning the reversal of visa ban by the US. It was the first executive order that was given by the new president of the US, in person of Mr. Joe Biden. Yes, we are talking about Nigerians traveling abroad. Nigerians are happy when the news flipped around that there has been a kind of reversal on the ban. Yeah. Now you are talking about that. Why do we really need to travel abroad? Yeah. Yes, do we really need to travel? Why can't we develop our own country? Mm-hmm. Some people are saying that we have bad leaders, that our leaders are not sincere, that our leaders are not. They travel abroad, but they are unable to deploy some of these. What is it abroad for them to come and replicate it in our own country here? Do you share this belief, this vision? Some people are saying that we also have bad followers. That we don't talk about we followers that were not even sincere. We don't pay tax. Now we find it hard to be loyal to the country. We only sing the national anthem. We only sing their pledge, but we don't fulfill the content. What's your view concerning this?
Okay, as regards this, I would say it's two sides. It's a two-way thing. You can't just cast the blame on one part, that's our president, or on our leaders. Also, the followers, we all have to contribute towards nation building. Now, first off, of course, they do travel out. They travel abroad. They see the system. Like you were talking about the election, the inauguration, I beg your pardon, inauguration of Joe Biden and so, and you could see the difference with our own. Are you talking about the fact that they have been practicing democracy for some time? Now, my point is, when they get to see how developed it is over there, the systems, right from the airports down to, and even the transportation, even the security and all that. Now, I'm not being sarcastic here, but honestly, there's a huge difference. You understand? So when you are able to see that, you at least to some extent be able to replicate that down here, so we can all enjoy, because Nigeria is ours to build. We have to live here. We don't have another country to go to. And so that is why most presidents are so they get really frustrated that when they travel abroad, what they experience, the comfort that they get, they don't get it here. Even talking about lights, as little as lights, you understand? We don't really get it here. You understand? So that is a major issue. But now, on the part of the followers too, I would say we are not really patriotic enough. We just sing the national anthem. We just call ourselves Nigerians. But when it comes to the time of responsibility, this is what you should do. That the tax we just spoke about. We don't do that. You understand? So it's actually a two-way thing. You can't just cast the blame on one part. We all have to put our hands together to ensure that the Nigeria of our dreams is going to.
Now, Olayemi, when we take a look at what is happening in Nigeria right away now, can you say that? What do you think that we need to do to get it right in Nigeria? First, on the part of followers, we the followers. Can we get it right? Taking a look at, I want you to cast your mind to the period of election. When vote buying is the order of the day. I don't think there's anything like vote buying in the US that people are running. So how do we need to get it right in that aspect?
Maybe the first thing we need to do is we should believe in ourselves first. And we should believe in what we have to offer to Nigeria. That is the first thing. Then the issue of vote buying. In fact, that is what people keep saying around that. Even if I don't vote, they already know who they will give.
Exactly.
So why would I go and stand under the sun and vote when I know that the person that they will give is still there? That's what people say around. But to me, I believe our votes should count. Anywhere you go to cast your vote, stand by it. Don't just vote.
Is it possible to start by it when the
security
when thugs are all around to chase you away?
And they're even around to even collect the ballot box from me. I just let them collect it from me and they'll run.
There's this thing that caught my attention when it comes to the issue of vote buying. It has to do with level of poverty within the society. Now, how much are they even giving some of these? They're giving them 250, 2,500 naira, even 100.
Some don't even understand English. You speak to them in English. You speak to them in English. Okay, this person is so tribe. You speak to them in English, and they'll not go there and start doing what they're supposed to do. And okay, maybe they send them to go and do so thing. They didn't tell them the reason why they're doing it. They will go there, okay, why did they send you? And they said I should do so thing so that I can. You understand that kind of thing? They don't really know what. They don't even know. They don't even know what they are doing.
What they are doing, okay. I understand what she's saying.
Yes.
Yeah, some people they gather some people together for them to rise up against a particular.
That's true. For no reason
in particular. Now, getting it right in the aspect of election, when it comes to issue of vote buy, I think INEC also have a kind of role to play in this regard. Sensitization. You sensitize members of the public on the need for them to not to allow politicians to buy their conscience now. You know,
in particular states, they did their election. They just they'll go there. They made the line. They say after you go to come, I'll give you so amount. She went to start calling all her children. That come on, go and vote so that it's not by who they are voting for. Just come and go and collect your money, put it in your pocket. We don't care who is the winner or not. Just
I believe that's the sensitization which was just talking about. Let us know why exactly we are going for a particular course
and why we are
action. Exactly why we are voting.
Then let me also ask you. Some people also travel abroad to get better education because of the fact that our education system is nothing to write home about. Yeah. Some people believe that education over there is the best. What do you think?
Maybe strike. That is the major. That is the majority.
Look at the time. I want you to make a contribution. Look at the period that universities lecturers have been on strike. Ever since for months, over 10 months now they have been on strike. Even as I'm talking to you, the non-academic staff in university and senior academic staff in universities, they are also warming up to go on strike on February 5.
Can you imagine that?
So if you have the money, why won't you send your children abroad to go and study for them to go and receive quality education, other than for them to sit down in Nigeria and be counting times? 4 years course return to
6
years. Yes. For example, the whole of 2020 was wasted. Nobody went to school.
And if you also finish, there is no guarantee that you get employed.
Sure. So I think it starts from the leaders. If you look around, you realize that our leaders, majority of them don't have their children schooling in Nigeria. All of them have their children schooling abroad. So the layman, the poor man, is not motivated to have his child schooling here. He knows that the child of, I don't want to mention names, but the child of his state governor or the child of his vice president doesn't school in this country. So
the child of the president, there was a time video of his children, they studied abroad in one university abroad.
Yes. So what am I doing here? Take for example, if he had one of his governors or one of his senators' child that's in that particular university, there will be that longing to go there. Let's just be in that place. And you know what? Once there's an attention, an attraction in a particular place, those that are responsible for the running of the affairs of that particular institution, they will try all their means to ensure that institution is up to standard. So in essence, there's no attraction. There's nothing that the people there, the lecturers and those above them are looking forward to. There's nothing that the students are looking forward to. The government has no interest in that particular institution, the educational system, because they have none of their awards. In fact, there's nothing that affects them that relates to that particular institution. So that's and instead of spending thousands and millions of naira on treatment and trips abroad, vacations abroad, instead they will begin to look for opportunities, avenue to make Nigeria better so that everybody can come home. In fact, they will begin to encourage people abroad. Come home. This is the opportunity for you. This is this for you. You can come here and practice. I think.
Yes. We've said it all. Reversal of visa ban on Nigeria. Nigerians are happy. We all have a role to play in this regard to discourage migration of youths, able-bodied youths from traveling abroad. Government have a role to play. We Nigerians also have a role to play in this regard by being patriotic. Payment of tax, we also ensure that we do whatever is necessary. Government must do whatever is necessary to discourage our youth from going abroad. Thank you very much, Ruth Emovo. I'm getting your name right. Emovo, Ruth. It's okay, Ofure. Thank you very much. Omonle Bolanle Olayemi. I don't know if Bolanle is so hard. The meaning of Omole Yoruba is someone that is a child that is so hard.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, till next week when we shall come away with another edition of this program. My name is Koladi Akwata. First, Let us appreciate people that have contributed immensely towards the success of this program. The person of Paul Oniti, Temitayo Fagboro is the producer, and to those people that are working behind the curtain to ensure that we have a better package this week. We also say a big thank you to all of you. Till next week, we shall come your way. Let me say bye for now.